Yes, guys, and welcome back to another live Arsenal transfer news update show. This is where we keep up there with the latest Arsenal transfer news coming up for, of course, the January transfer window. We're in the 14th of December today. We're getting very, very close to the new year, which means the January window, the winter window, as they call it, officially opens. And it's time for Arsenal to act big. It's time for Arsenal to, go bold in this transfer window, sign some players, spend the money yet again, get the players we need. We're going to talk about this guy. Do we need this guy? Is the answer for me. We need a striker, but do we need a player like this? Marcus Leonardo from Santos in Brazil, of course. Apparently, also putting a 17 million bid for the striker. We're going to go through everything about him today. We're going to dive into the latest news about Cedric, because yes, a club actually wants Cedric, by the way. Villarreal are looking to sign Cedric. And we're going to talk about Ivan Toney and Victor Osimhen as well. Lots of news breaking about them guys. And as always, I think it's time to play the best intro of all time.
Welcome back, guys, to another Arsenal transfer news show.
Declan Rice has officially signed for Arsenal.
Players in before the start of the season, they'll get some before the start.
I'll tell you something now, guys. I'm going to be keeping that intro forever. Absolutely insane intro. Big up, man. Big. What an intro that is. I'm keeping it forever, man. Anyway, let's get right into it. And as always, guys, leave your thoughts down below on your guys' thoughts on all of these players I'm going to talk about today. And let's start with the main story. Marcus Leonardo. Arsenal preparing a bid to sign Marcus Leonardo. This story came out yesterday, so we're going to go through this today. So yeah, Arsenal preparing an opening bid to sign Santos striker Marcus Leonardo ahead of the Manchester. Also it's between us and Man United to sign this player, according to Brazilian outlet R7. The Gunners have been linked with a 20-year-old on multiple occasions this year, and are now weighing up an open offer for him. R7 report that the North London Giants have entered strongly in the race for the striker. They are ready in a 17 million euro. So yeah, 14.5 million bid to sign him next month. United has also been credited with an interest in the young centre forward, but they're only monitoring his situation, and they are not planning an approach. Meanwhile, Leonardo has already received his desire to leave Santos after their relegation from the Brazilian Serie A. He won't report for their preseason starting in January 6th. It's weird that they start their preseason in January, isn't it? It's very, very, very strange that they do it in January. Santos were also aware of his current stance, and they are prepared to allow him to leave this winter, provided they receive most of the fee up front. Arsenal should look at a more high-profile striker. Agreed. Leonardo has made a huge impression for Santos in the last 2 seasons. He's netted 21 goals in 2022-2023 and achieved the same goal tally in the recent campaign. Despite this, we're unsure whether he'll make an instant impact. The youngster is yet to play in Europe and may struggle to adapt to the higher intensity. He is impressed with his He's impressed with his work rate and his finishing skills, but the Gunners should look at someone more experienced to enhance their perspective of winning the league. Brentford's Ivan Toney would be ideal choice, but could be difficult to pull off. Brentford are likely to demand a significant fee of more than 80 million. Stuttgart's Ciro Grusri, I don't know how to pronounce the guy's name, could be a surprise option for the Gunners, and his exceptional form in Germany, he's netted 18 goals from just 14 games. Is this season? He's already bagged 18 goals. That's mad. He's ripping out the Bundesliga, this guy. The Ghanaian international has a low release score of 17.5, 15 million contract. If he can replicate the same form, Arsenal could generally lift the league title. We want to look at this guy more in depth in a minute, guys. We're going to compare him to a few strikers as well, more in depth, right? But my current thoughts on this player is this is what we call a typical Edu Gaspar signing, isn't it? A typical Brazilian. Who would actually be shocked if we actually did sign this guy? Like, we need a striker, yes, but we need a striker we can actually, with all due respect to Marcus Leandro, whatever his name is, yeah, is actually, well known in my opinion, yeah. Okay, I could be wrong. This guy could be a Brazilian wonder kid. He could be the next R9 or whatever. Honestly, I'm not taking the risk, though, yeah. I'm not taking the risk. Yes, Edu got us and Unai Emery. Emery bought Martinelli, absolute gem. We signed Martinelli from Ituano, who like the second division in Brazil or whatever. I need to look at him now. But at the same time, Edu also decided to buy Marquinhos, who doesn't. I mean, he scored in his first game against Zurich. Now he's out on loan. So, I think this is a typical Edu signing, typical Brazilian. And I'm looking at realistically, it would be, and I'm not saying I want it to happen. I'm saying I'm talking realistically. This would be a realistic signing for Arsenal in January, and it shouldn't be. We should be aiming high. We should be going for the big two players that I'm going to talk about later on in the show, Ivan Toney and Victor Osimhen. We should be going for an elite striker. With all due respect to this guy, because who knows? This guy could be a wonder kid. I said, I'm going to look at his stats in a minute and compare in a minute, but yeah, both Arsenal, Man United in for this guy. We're putting a bid. Obviously, you have to wait and see if it does get accepted or not. Around 14 million for Marcos Leandro. Is this guy better than Edin Nketiah? Probably. I don't know. No, probably not. But yeah, of course, this should not be our main choice at all. If I mean, all right, I'll get this guy as long as we actually get Ivan Toney or Victor Osimhen. If we get another striker and add this guy as another striker as well, then why not? Just so we're fully depth in there. I mean, could this be a thing where we sign this guy? Say if Edin Nketiah gets binned, and this guy will be a backup for Jesus, and then you have Toney in front of Jesus, or rotate them, or you have Osimhen in front of whoever it's going to be. So we have our main striker who hopefully going to splash cash on, whether that's Ivan Toney, Osimhen, whoever you want it to be, right? But we know we need one. And then obviously we'll hopefully bin off Edin Nketiah to Crystal Palace, right? Or wherever it well, I mean, we could have sold him 35 mil to Crystal Palace, yeah? So we hopefully bin him off there or wherever, and we get a good amount of money for Edin Nketiah. Then we do need a backup. So could this guy be a good backup for Edin Nketiah if we do get rid of him? Again, who knows, man? Now, obviously, he's been bagging for Santos for fun. He's 20 years of age as well. And yeah, Santos obviously did get relegated for the first time in their history, by the way. First time in Santos history, I think they got relegated to the Brasilia B, whatever it's called. So yeah, 100% this guy would want to leave. 100% this guy would want to come to Arsenal. There'd be no so-called personal terms, that would not be an issue. So yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see what happens to this guy. But I'm gonna show you guys. I mean, let's go more in depth to this guy, people. I'm gonna quickly share this very quickly. I'm gonna use FotMob. Big up FotMob as always, every single time. But yeah, I'm gonna use FotMob for this. So let's share this. So yeah, this is him, Marcos Leonardo. I think that's your pronounce name, yeah, Marcos Leonardo. So yeah, you can see he's 20 years old. He calls Brazilian. He's a striker. In terms of the other position, he can play right winger as well. Apparently, he can play. Obviously, his main position is a striker, but he can go to the right winger. So I don't know. Could this be a Saka replacement? A replacement, a backup for Saka as well. I mean, at least he can cover that side. But but this is him. Obviously, current market value is 23 million. I said we have put in a bid of 14 million for this player. So in the Serie A 2023, he scored 13 goals and got himself 2 assists. He played that many minutes. He got 3 yellow cards, whatever. He started. He pretty much the main starter. His whole career started at 2020. He played 168 games, scored 54 goals for Santos. So he did bag 13 goals last season. Now, these are the stats compared to the other forwards. So in terms of the other forwards, like the likes of Osimhen, Ivan Toney, all that in the world, all the other strikers. So he's got a 12% in terms of the touches. He has quite a lot of shots with 74. Got the goal percentage is 66%. Defensive, I mean, yeah, you don't really expect this guy to really drop back, do you? And not really help out the defense. So yeah, he's at the very low 28, but that's not his job, to be honest. Aerial duels, that's a bit poor, isn't it, man? 22% aerial duels, so looking like he's not that great in the air. And then 49% of a chance created. So it's not too bad. Like the shots are decent. You know, it looks like he does have a lot of shots. This player, but yeah, these are like some of the main stats. Because obviously, yes, I do not watch the Brazilian league. People, I've not seen this guy play at all. Obviously, I provided a video. You know, I did look at a few clips of him as always. And I will share them here, but I think it'll get copyright striked. But he just looks like a typical Brazilian, to be honest. You know, he's got a bunch of skill as expected. I mean, he's not that quick, to be honest. Like he's literally the equivalent of Jesus. And I'm not comparing them. Jesus is astronomically clear, but he's like the region of Gabriel Jesus. So yeah, as I said, like I've watched a few clips of the player. Again, you know, this would only make sense if this guy would just be a backup. If he comes in, you know, to Arsenal as a backup. If we get rid of Nketiah, you get this guy in. Then our strikers will be Ivan Toney, hopefully, Gabriel Jesus, and Marcus Leonardo. And then who knows when we get Leonardo in, because he's still young. You know what I mean? We'll probably send him out on loan, give him a few loan deals or whatever. Because again, he's obviously spent his whole life in Brazil, hasn't he? So, you know, coming to the Premier League as well, to take him time for him to adapt and all that stuff. So yeah, I definitely think this guy will not be our main striker. He better not be. I mean, and yes, people say, "Oh, give Edu a chance." You know, we all said the same thing about Gabriel Martinelli and all that stuff. You know, we all said the same thing when Martinelli, who's this guy? You know, he's from Toney. There's like the third division in Brazilian league, and look how good he was. I mean, yeah, I do think you can get some absolute gems. Of course, you can in Brazil. It's Brazil, yeah. But at the same time, we've also bought players from Brazil who are not Brazilian, by the way. I mean, you got we bought Pablo Mari from Brazil. Look how that worked out. We bought obviously Marquinhos from Brazil. I mean, this guy still has a lot of potential, but he's currently out on loan. You know, he's not really came in and hit the ground running, has he? Yeah, he's young, I get it, but so is Martinelli. So you know, we'll have to wait and see. But no, this is honestly a typical Edu signing. You know, typical Edu Gaspar signing. You know, you would expect this guy to most likely come. I mean, I remember in the summer we were linked with a bunch of Brazilians as always, because Edu's of course got that Brazilian connection. Hence why I think if it's a 2-horse race between Arsenal and Man United, we'd win the race because Edu is Brazilian and he's got his Brazilian connections as always. But yeah, I remember in the summer we were looking at a bunch of Brazilians. I remember it was confirmed apparently that we signed Botelho from Gremio, and that deal completely died down. I don't know what happens to him, but yeah, I literally, you know, remember that in the summer. Yeah, and I think there's Gabriel Moscolado as well. We've been linked with him again, another Brazilian. So it's just typical Edu, isn't it? It's honestly typical Edu. As I said, guys, this guy, I mean, I can only look at these clips. I can only look at his stats. I can only look at his, you know, all this player traits and all that stuff. You know, he bagged 13 goals in an awful Santos team, to be honest. You know, we all know that they got relegated for the first time, you know, in their history, wasn't it? You know, and that's mad. That you know, they've been relegated for the first time in their history. Literally crazy. Like a club size of Santos, the likes of where you had Pele play there, where you had the likes of Neymar play there. Anyone else? Like I think off the top of my head, I think, you know, those are the main two. You know, they're a very historic club in Brazil, and they get relegated for the first time this season in their history. But yeah, he bagged 13 goals. I mean, again, it is a Brazilian league. You can't really go much of that. I don't know if anyone watches the Brazilian league, let me know. What do you think about this guy? Is there any Brazilians in the chat? Anyone who supports Santos? I doubt there is, but let me know if you know anything about this Marcos Leandro guy. But yeah, as I said, guys, I do think we will sign this guy if Eddie Nketiah leaves. As I said, I do not want this guy to be the main striker. Oh, here's our new striker. See, we got a new striker, guys. It's Marcos Leandro. I do not want that to see it happen whatsoever. Yeah, the main priority is a striker, but it's a good striker. And with all due respect, it's a striker with experience. It's a striker who's proven at the high level. It's a striker who's done it at the high level. Marcos Leonardo, is not proven. Marcos Leonardo is still very young. Marcos Leonardo has only played in the Brazilian league. He's not proven. He's got a lot to prove still, this player, right? So it's a big gamble to sign this player if we don't sign anyone else. So yeah, we need to. I mean, this will only make sense if we did get rid of Edin Nketiah, which we need to do. We need to bin off Nketiah, and we need to bring in a replacement from him. So, as I said, this guy could be an Edin Nketiah replacement. So you obviously have our new striker, hopefully, Ivan Toney, Osimhen, Jesus, and then this guy, Marcos Leonardo. So, yeah, guys, as I said, I've watched a few clips of this guy. I don't know a lot about this player, to be honest with you. But yeah, I'm sure when the window does open, we're gonna find out more about this player, and I'm sure, you know, we're gonna find out more stories about this player. But yeah, the current news today, guys, is that Arsenal have apparently already placed a bid. So we're already on it, which I like to see. You know, the window's not even opened yet, and we're already on it, just like that. So we've already placed a bid to sign this player from Santos. Us and Man United, as I said, I think we would win the race against Man United because Eddie's got his Brazilian connections, doesn't he? Don Edu Gaspar with his Brazilian connections. So, yeah, that's current news, guys, on this player, Marcos Leandro. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let's get into the next piece of news then. We're going to talk about, yes, Cedric Suarez, people, has finally got an offer for him. Cedric Suarez has finally got an offer. Guys, I will go through comments in a minute, but everyone in the chat as always. So you guys doing all well today. But yeah, Cedric, Villarreal, among clubs interested in signing Arsenal outcast Cedric Suarez, of course, did play against PSV. Actually, I mean, he had a good first half. I don't know what happened to him in the second half, but yeah. So yeah, he just played 65 minutes of football this season, and that was against PSV, wasn't it? So yeah, Villarreal have reported the end of the race to sign Arsenal outcast Cedric, who is expected to leave the Emirates in January. Many thought Cedric would be sold last summer, having fallen far down the pecking order in Mikel Arteta's side, and even spending last of the 2023-23 season on loan at Fulham. Of course, he didn't do that great there, did he, at Fulham? However, there's little interest in the right back, and so he stayed. But despite a number of defensive injuries, the Portuguese international was scarcely featured this campaign. He's just made 2 appearances for the Gunners and 3-minute cameo in the Carabao Cup win against Brentford, and a 62-minute from the start Tuesday night, so in the dead rubber game against PSV. Let's continue. And even with Tomiyasu and Julian Timber injured, Cedric is unlikely to feature more and more. And also, we're looking to save some money and offload him next month because his contract expires at the end of the season, as we know. And it would seem that interest in the 32-year-old, he's 32 now, by the way, guys, has now emerged, with ESPN reporting that Villarreal has been tracking the defender since the summer and expects to open talks over a possible move. It's also said that there's several clubs in Turkey are interested in his services. Should he join the La Liga, Cedric will be able to turn with former Arsenal midfielder Coquelin, as well as ex-other Premier League stars, including Pepe Reina, Juan Foyth, and Alberto Moreno. It's not known, however, if Arsenal looking to offload him permanently, we'll be willing to accept a loan deal just to get him off the wage bill for the final month of his contract. Cedric moved to the Emirates from Southampton in 2020. He has previously played for Sporting Lisbon and Inter Milan. Has also made 61. I remember when he's at Inter. Jesus, bro played for Inter Milan. And made 61 appearances in all competitions for Arteta's side. He expected to be in the matchday squad when Arsenal host Brighton. Bye-bye, Cedric. Thanks for your service, Cedric, but your time is up at Arsenal. Villarreal. You know what? I'm gonna have a look at Villarreal's right back currently, right? Does Cedric get over a Villarreal right back? Let's have a look. Or is he going to be in there and keep the bench warm and be more of a squad player? Well, let's have a look. Villarreal's last game was against Sociedad. They did lose 3-0. And their right back is Juan Foyth. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. So, I don't know. Maybe, who knows? Who knows, man? Who knows? I mean, Cedric is 32 years old now. You know, the guy is getting older. You know, look, it is time for him to go. I'm glad the clubs are coming in from as well because that was a big issue. Okay, guys, my mouth is so dry. Give me 1 second. I need to fill my water bottle in a minute, man. My mouth is so dry. The big issue with Cedric last season, yeah, is we did want to get rid of him, of course. Of course we did. But no clubs actually wanted him. That actually came out. Like, no clubs. Arsenal trying to offload Cedric, but no clubs were interested. So he had to stay. You know, and this season, and I think that's one of the main reasons why Arteta played him, to be honest, against PSV, just so clubs will look at him. But yeah, there's obviously a few clubs. I mean, Villarreal seems to be their main one. I think it'd be a good move for him. You know, he's getting older, going over to La Liga. I mean, I don't see him getting over 1/5 personally, but I do think maybe they can rotate equally or whatever. I don't know. I mean, Villarreal, I don't know. I think they're doing awful in La Liga. In La Liga, yeah, they're literally 13th, whatever. Villarreal. You should have kept Unai Emery, mate. Emery has you cooking. But yeah, look, Cedric, look, thanks for your service, mate. But it's time to say goodbye to him. This guy should have been sold in the summer, with all due respect. A loan deal again. You know, obviously we did do a loan deal for this guy last season when he went to Fulham for the rest until he came back in the summer, of course. Again, didn't work out Fulham one bit, did it? So a loan deal to get him off the wage bill and then wait until he comes back and then let him go on a free. I don't know, man. Can we get a bit of how much, guys, do you really think we can get for Cedric? Let me know, people. How much you guys really think we can get for this player? Because I'll tell you about Cedric, right? I'll tell you about Cedric. This player, right, came in for 1 season. Well, obviously, when we signed him from Southampton, right, I think we signed him on a free, didn't we? Yeah, so we signed this guy on the free from Southampton, right? When he came in, I think he scored in his first game, didn't he, against Norwich? I think he scored in his first game when we played against Norwich, right? And he had a decent season. That is when we should have binned him. You know, with all due respect, that is when it was time for him to go. In my opinion. And then obviously after that, he's just not been a regular, has he? He's just not featured. Unless it's a Europa League game, unless it's a Champions League, where obviously he played last, whenever it was, Tuesday night. Unless it was, FA Cup or Carabao Cup. That is when he does feature. But you never see him the guy in the Premier League, because clearly he's not good enough. That's the harsh reality of it. He's not good enough for us football club, So, this guy, for me, it should have gone a long time ago. But, it does look like Villarreal are interested in this player as well as a bunch of Turkish clubs. So, look, Cedric, wish you all the best. It's time for you to leave, bro. And hopefully we can get about, 3 million. I don't know, mate. I mean, I hope we can get money for this player instead of let him go on a free. Because even though we sign him on a free, to get money for him would be really, really good for me. So, yeah, Cedric off to Villarreal, guys, possibly in January. It could possibly just be a loan deal until the end of the season, and then and obviously that's when his contract runs out, and then we're putting up, let him go on a free. That'll be the most likely outcome. It's just to get him off the wage bill, isn't it? So that's what the loan deal does. Is just to obviously get him off the wages. I don't know how much he's on. He's probably on. I don't know how I'm going to check it, but I don't know. He's probably on quite a bit of money at Arsenal. I don't know how people check. Like, obviously, I know it's reported, but I don't know how you actually check the players' wages. But he's probably on quite a bit at Arsenal, isn't he? But to be fair, right? To be fair, Cedric, we need to get money for him because I'll tell you why. And this is why we should get money for him because the player's extremely experienced. The guy's played in. Well, the guy's a European winner, isn't he? In terms of winning it for Portugal, I think he played in the final, didn't he? I could be wrong, but I can't remember. It's 2016. But he's been experienced captain, not captain. He's been experienced international for Portugal, right? He's been in the Premier League for quite a few years. He played at clubs like Inter Milan and Sporting Lisbon. We should be getting money for this guy. I get he's 32 and I get he's not featuring at all for Arsenal, but we should be getting a little bit of money for this guy. you know, we'll have to wait and see, people. But yeah, that is the latest news on Cedric. He looks like he's going to be on his way out. All right, final story. We're going to dive into the latest news about the main two targets for Arsenal. Well, they've been going around. Victor Osimhen and Ivan Toney. Latest news, people, because there've been a lot of developing stories of this one. So let's start with, Arsenal target Victor Osimhen is expected to depart Napoli in the summer transfer window. So yeah, Arsenal look to enjoy a most quiet January with the FFP restrictions in play after a huge summer splurge. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Right, so we're going to talk about Chelsea boost in the Toney race. Chelsea already have a major advantage over Arsenal in the race to sign Ivan Toney. The 27-year-old continues to be heavily linked with an exit away from Brentford despite receiving an 8-month ban in the summer for breaching the Football Association betting rules. I'm gonna find the not Mbappe as well. We can talk about Mbappe. I'm gonna find about Osimhen. Here we go, Osimhen. Right, read the full story here. Let's do this. So we'll start with Osimhen. So Napoli braced for 110 million. That is Osimhen's release clause, guys. He's going to be signing. I think Fabrizio came out and said this as well. He's going to be signing a new contract, right, with Napoli, but there's going to be a hefty release clause of 110 million to be activated in the summer. So yeah, Arsenal and Chelsea, Victor Osimhen's bid despite new contract decision. So Napoli are braced for a huge transfer bid for Arsenal and Chelsea transfer target Victor Osimhen, despite reports of a new contract on the horizon. The Nigerian international has been one of the best sought after forwards in European football, following an impressive year in Italy. Osimhen and the Azzurri exploded onto the scene after a huge squad rebuild last season with an impressive play style that was earning results and catching the eye. While their Champions League run ended early, they were able to taste the success of winning a Serie A title. A change of management came in the summer, though, and from there, struggles have been clear for Napoli as they sat 12 points away from the top, as Nari consenting with rumours continuing to emerge over potential exit for striker Osimhen. The forward just has 1 year left remaining on his current contract and will attract plenty of interest from the top clubs heading into the January transfer window. Arsenal are among those to have been linked, having been on the hunt for a striker that could have the clinical edge they lack in the box. Chelsea now have also been linked in the mix with their need to find a goal scorer, spamming on for a few years now. We're pushing according for reinforcements. Both teams would have been shocked them. What's going on? Shocked them to hear of reports saying that Osimhen will be signing a new contract, but with a twist. The twist is the fact that they will include a release clause of 110 million, meaning there will be a fixed price on the deal required. It might likely mean that the move in January will have to be revisited in the summer transfer window unless the teams can get the money together immediately. Napoli are braced for Lowe's offers in the summer. Lowe, as the Standard reported, the Azzurri are already on the hunt for a replacement with the expectation that Osimhen will leave soon and the resource will be triggered. Whether that's from Arsenal, Chelsea, or another teams remains to be seen, but the race has now been wide open. Some very interesting news about Osimhen, people. He will sign a new contract, but as we know, with a twist. With a twist, people. Release clause, 110 million. All we have to do is listen. All we got to do, Arsenal, is activate the release clause, and he's an Arsenal player. It sounds too easy, right? Of course it is. Of course it is, because we know realistically who in their minds, realistically, in January as well, where you don't really see big deals get done in January for many clubs, in your mind will really go out there and splash 110 million in January to get all this money together. And as this article said, yeah, you got to get it all together immediately, splash the cash, 110 million, full of release clause, bash. Osimhen's now your player, right? Nobody's going to do that realistically. Maybe Chelsea will, I don't know. But Chelsea have always spent $1 billion. We certainly won't. After the whole FFP restrictions now, right? We're now on FFP watch because we spent too much or whatever we did in the summer, right? And we didn't do. I mean, I don't get. Well, Chelsea are not on FFP because they actually put players on long contracts. They're pretty smart about the business. They put players on really long contracts, so They're not been. But we Arsenal are on FFP watch because of how much we spent over the past summer. So I don't see it happening in terms of our splashing. Really, I'm talking realistically, people. If we did, if Edu work and Arteta works to activate this guy of release clause and sign him for Arsenal, I don't know what I'll do. Edu deserves a statue if we sign Osimhen. It's not going to happen. This is what I'm saying. I hate to be negative, people, but you got to think about this realistically. In the summer, could be a different story. In the summer, yeah, I could see Arsenal activating this guy's release clause as well as many other clubs. But for January, when we know not many teams really go big in January. Not many big teams. It's more a summer. You get all the big moves, don't you? I think and in terms of Arsenal as well, we don't go big in January, and we've seen this in the past. I think the last time we actually did somewhat got like a wow signing, sort of like we went big, was probably when we signed Aubameyang from Dortmund and that was towards the end of January, wasn't it? For about, was it 50 million? I can't remember the price tag, but we bought Aubameyang for who was an elite striker, by the way, for Dortmund, and we know how good he was at Arsenal, but we also signed him. That was like, yeah, what a signing. Wow. Blew you away type of signing. This guy would do the same thing. This guy would blow you away. I said enough about Osimhen already, guys. This guy's absolutely quality. Like, we can all see it. This guy's quality. But it really opens it up now. The fact that release clause been added as well. It means anyone, literally, if you got the money, of course, I get the player needs to decide on personal terms and that stuff as well. But if you got the money, they'll splash the cash. Osimhen's theirs pretty much, as long as he agrees to it as well. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. But I don't know, look, this guy's absolutely quality, man. This guy's absolutely quality. This guy would be the answer. This guy would be the missing piece of the puzzle, as some people want to call it. This guy is an alternative for Toney as well. I've always said my first choice is Ivan Toney. I mean, let me know in the chat, people. I mean, I know there's a few people talking about the Stuttgart striker, right? Gersi, I think that's how you pronounce his name. Probably butchered it. But yeah, he's got about 18 goals as well, by the way. He's scored 18 goals in Bundesliga this season as well. Crazy. He's absolutely ripping up there, I'm pretty sure. 18 goals in 14 games or something. Mad. And yeah, he's cheap as well, bro. Exactly. But yeah, there is. I mean, we know we need a striker and we need a clinical striker. We all know we need one. But let me know, guys, your main, who you want to see Arsenal. I mean, there's so many out there that have been so many talk about. I mean, you got Osimhen, you got the main one from Ivan Toney. People talking about Dusan Vlahovic, not for me, but that's another one to add to the list. Benjamin Sesko from Leipzig. Or Penda. No, is he Salzburg or Leipzig? I don't even know where. I think he's Salzburg, right? I could be at Leipzig. Yeah, I think he is at Leipzig. My bad. But yeah, Benjamin Sesko, Openda as well. The Gussie guy who plays for Stuttgart in Germany, who's been on fire. Santiago Jimenez, who's plays for Feyenoord. Lautaro Martinez from Inter Milan, of course. There's so many strikers out there. We just need to go and get a clinical one. We need to go and get one of those for me. We do need to splash the cash again. But it's going to be very hard with all the FFP restrictions. It really is, which is why there's been so much talk about Ivan Toney being a loan deal and not paying an 80 million fee. It'll be a loan until the rest of the season, and then we have to wait till the summer, to pay for Ivan Toney, right? So we have to wait and see. But Osimhen for me, well, would be perfect. But realistically, guys, we are not going to sign him in January. We are not going to sign Osimhen in January because I do not see Arsenal paying 110 million for his release clause. As much as it would be it'd be a dream, absolutely world-class signing. I don't see it happening. So that's just me, guys. But let's talk about another striker then. So that is the latest Osimhen news, people. Let's talk about. We're going to talk about. Right, 1 second, guys. We're going to talk about. Sorry about that noise as always, man. Right, we're gonna move on to Ivan Toney because this has been the latest news about Ivan Toney, right? And then yes, I will get on Mbappe in a minute as well. I will talk about Mbappe towards the end of the stream. Don't worry, people. But yes, Chelsea looking like they're currently leading the race. It's always Chelsea, isn't it? It's always Chelsea, guys. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna quickly go through some of you guys' comments, see what you guys are saying. Big up to London Corner. Hope you're doing well, bro. Big up yourself. Never heard of this guy. I think you meant, of course, the player who we spoke about. I don't be kept up with Chelsea news. I'm good. Obviously, the guy we spoke about at the start of the stream, guys, Marcus Leonardo. No, I've never heard of him as well. Obviously, I've done my research to the player. Obviously, I've done, looked at his stats, all that stuff. But yeah, we need better. But I was just thinking, this guy's probably, if we do get rid of Eddie Nketiah, this guy will probably be like a backup for Eddie Nketiah, wouldn't he? So yeah, never heard of this guy. Of course, Eddie wants it because exactly, Boris. Brazilian Revolution and that. It's Edu's Brazilian, connection. What's Edu cooking this window, guys? I don't know. Let's wait and see. Hopefully it's something good because we need players. Big up Ryan, the chat, we're doing well. Big up Jordan as well. Big up to you, my man. Cranberry, big up to you, bro. Hope you're doing well, bro. He's definitely new. Never heard of him yet. Neither have I, bro. Neither have I, Cranberry. Eddie needs to leave. He's so much crap. He maybe be a lot better than Eddie. Mate, I agree. Yes, Eddie needs to leave. Eddie, I mean, we should have been Eddie a few years ago. Yeah. He's not good enough for, I've said it. He's not good enough for Arsenal, right? And people may call me harsh, negative, whatever. The point is, Eddie Nketiah is not good enough for Arsenal, okay? Crystal Palace came in for him 35 million and we rejected it. West Ham came in for him and we rejected it. Like, with all due respect to Eddie Nketiah, that is about his level, to be fair. So, yeah, he needs to go. Yeah, I think that's the most realistic option, is we get rid of Eddie Nketiah and we get this guy in instead. You never know. Yeah, who knows, man? Who knows? I mean, I said it about, Martinelli. Like, nobody knew Gabriel Martinelli, did they? When obviously we signed him, we signed him from the third division of Brazil. We signed him from Ituano in Brazil. So, nobody knew about the guy. And look at him now. It's insane. About Toney, yeah, we will get into him in a minute. I'm going to quickly go through some more comments and then we'll talk about Ivan Toney as well. Yes, Luke, you too, man. You too. It's coming up very soon. But yes, appreciate it, Luke, man. Appreciate it. Happy New Year to you as well. 2024, very, very close. Means the January chance window, guys, can be a big year for the channel as well. Look forward to it, people. But yeah, I hope everyone enjoys their Christmas as well coming up. No, there'll be no streams on Christmas Day because it's Christmas Day. There'll probably be no streams on Boxing Day as well because it's Boxing Day. I'll be back. I have 2 days rest and then I'll be back, of course. Because the grind it can't stop unless it's Christmas. That's the rules. Big up Roy in the chat. He scored 13 goals already, to be fair. I think you mean... Do you mean Osimhen or do you mean this Marcus Leonardo guy? Because yeah, Leonardo scored 13 goals for them last season. See, this season was just ended, hasn't it? And they got relegated in, I think, 30 appearances. So yeah. My man Alf, good to see you, bro. I hope you're doing well. He's actually decent. He's actually decent going forward. I think you mean Cedric, right? Yeah, I think this was about Cedric. He's just slow tracking back. I reckon we could get money from him as well, Alf. I really do. What has got me where you... Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. If Toney goes Chelsea, yeah, exactly. Agreed. Yeah, if he goes Chelsea, he's a clown. I can't lie. Osimhen does get an injury a lot. Look, I think he had that one injury, which kept him out for a few games this season. I think it was like a month, a few months this season, but now he's back. At the same time as well, I don't think he was injured. I think he was on the bench for most games in Napoli. I remember when they played against Real Madrid in the Champions League, and they benched him. They could have topped the group of Real Madrid if they would have beat Real Madrid, right? And they benched him for that game. It's interesting. At the same time, when you got your own club calling you a coconut, it's kind of mad, isn't it? They actually called, I'm sure we've all seen the TikTok. Napoli call their own player coconut. It's mad. What about we signed? Yeah, I've heard a lot about this guy. I've heard a lot. This guy from Stuttgart in Germany. I'm pretty sure. I swear this guy's bagged 18. No, he can't. Surely this guy has not bagged 18 goals this season. Someone's told me that he's bagged 18 goals in the Bundesliga this season. Right? Here we go. Zuri Gunners. Let's have a look. Stats. Jesus. This guy's on fire. This guy's on absolute fire, bro. It's not 18 goals. It's literally 16, but still 12 matches played for this guy, yeah? 16 goals. I get it's a Bundesliga, but at the same time, he's playing for Stuttgart, by the way, who are currently, let's have a look, where's Stuttgart in the Bundesliga? They're currently, bro, they're on their 6th season. They're third. They're third in the Bundesliga, Stuttgart. Wow. Wow, the Bundesliga is interesting. They're 1 point behind Bayern Munich, Stuttgart, so. This guy could be interesting. This guy could be interesting. Wow. I'm just looking at some of these stats. 16 goals this season. Very, very interesting indeed. Very interesting indeed, guys. That could be a good choice. That could be a good choice there. Stuttgart. This guy is strong and very clinical in front of goal. This is more prolific than Toney. Toney hasn't played for 8 months. He's going to be rusty. I do hear what you're saying, bro. I do hear what you're saying. Yeah, I think it will take time for Toney to come back and to get used to the Premier game because you said he hasn't played for 8 months. Having said that, he has been training the course every single day. I presume. So I still want Toney, bro. I still want to have Toney. I mean, this guy was unbelievable last season. I think we put it for us, but fair enough, man. Everyone, that's your opinion. Fair enough. He's talking about this guy. He's bagging goals for fun in the Bundesliga. Can't believe 16 goals. He's played 12 matches, yeah, and he's bagged 16 goals. The Brazilian kid isn't better than Jesus. Nah, of course he's not. Of course he's not. But no, what I'm saying is, if Eddie Nketiah goes, then he'll come in as a backup for Jesus. I reckon. I find Brazilian players are not bad. It depends on what team they go to and the kind of coach the team has. Because look at Madrid and Barca Brazilians does good in those teams. Yeah, agreed. Look, as I said, I mean, we do love to sign Brazilians, don't we? Also players from that league as well. I remember, obviously, we signed Martinelli. I think Martinelli is a prime example, yeah, because it just shows you how good someone from Brazil can be. Yeah, nobody knew the guy when we signed him, right? It's literally a hidden gem. As I said, we signed Martinelli from the 3rd division or 2nd division of Brazil. Nobody knew the kid, right? And look at him now. He's quality. But then there's been other examples where it hasn't really worked out. I think the Marquinhos guy we signed from Sao Paulo as well, had a lot of hype about the kid, and now we've loaned him out to, I think, France, wherever he's gone. I think the kid's got still potential, but that's no one. I mean, we signed Pablo Mari from Brazil as well. I know he's Spanish, but we signed him from the Brazilian league, what I'm saying. And again, we signed him from Flamengo. It didn't work out at Arsenal. So, there's been a few, players who we have signed from Brazil. Some have worked out, some haven't. So, yeah, Edu's Brazilian Revolution. We all know he loves Brazilian players. I mean, look, we got about 10 Gabbies in our squad. Jesus, Edu signed him. Gabriel Magalhaes, Edu signed him. Martinelli, Edu signed him. Any other Brazilians I'm missing? I think that's it. But of course, we love a Brazilian, don't we? We always do. If we're trying to find someone who's better than Jesus, why bring in someone better than Eddie? No, this is what I'm saying, bro. What I'm saying is, is this Marcos Leonardo guy, yeah? I'd be happy if we were to sign this player, but we have to get another striker. Yeah, this can't be the only striker for us. Surely it cannot be. We obviously need someone else. But what I'm saying is we get rid of Eddie Nketiah, right? And yeah, exactly. For me, we do need better than both. And I rate Jesus very highly. I think Jesus is a quality player. My question to you guys is Jesus clinical enough? Because I think everything else he on the ball, so skillful as we know. The way how he links up play, how he holds up the ball, how he tracks back, receives the ball, everything about him is top. Yeah, you know he's done it on the big stage as well. Jesus, we know this, but I don't know, guys. Do you think Jesus is clinical enough? Because I agree. I think we need better. I think we need someone better than Jesus as well. And yeah, this guy here. I don't know how you pronounce the guy's name, but you mean the guy from Stuttgart? Yeah. Bro, he scored 16 goals this season, man. He scored 16 goals, the kind of man. Anyway, let's get into this Toney news, people. I got to go in 10 minutes, so I got football training myself. So, anyway, this is the latest news on Ivan Toney, people. Let's get into this. Chelsea have already had a major advantage over Arsenal in the race to sign Ivan Toney. The 27-year-old continues to be heavily linked with an exit from Brentford despite receiving an 8-month ban in the summer for breaching Football Association betting rules. Despite having not played in the Premier League since May, Toney remains one of the most coveted strikers in Europe. The England international will be eligible to finally make his full return to action on January the 16th. But his first competitive game back for the Bees won't be until the end of January. That'll be against Tottenham. By then, he will also have 18 months remaining on his contract, despite the little time left on his deal at the G-Tech Community Stadium and the danger that he may not longer be as good as once he was. Brentford have pointed given a $100 million price tag. Hold on a minute, it changes. I swear down, it changes every single day. Yeah, literally. Start of a few months ago, 50 million. Yesterday, 80 million. Today, 100 million. What is going on here, people? What is going on? Soon to be more worth than Ivan Toney. Soon to be more than Victor Osimhen at this rate. What is going on? Yeah, 100 million price tag it is apparently for Toney. The January transfer window is set to open in the coming weeks, but the Bees will be bracing themselves for offers. But one Premier League in particular, Prince asked from ducking FFP restrictions and beating Chelsea to Toney's signature. Arteta will not be able to bring the Englishman to the Emirates on a loan next month unless Raya's temporary deal is terminated. The English top flight rules state the maximum number of loans registrable in the same season is 4, and not under no circumstances one more. Oh, so wow. So this pretty much is saying, yeah, if we want Ivan Toney, we have to bin David Raya. Is this what? Have I got this right here? Is this what it's saying, guys? Is this the rules or something, right? Hold on, if we want to get Toney, we have to bin our goalkeeper, Raya. And then that means we have to get another goalkeeper as well then. Am I reading this right or something? Hold on. Let me read this again because I'm a bit confused. So, Arteta will not be able to bring Toney to the Emirates Stadium on a loan next month unless Raya's it's a loan. My bad. It's a loan. If we pay the money, it wouldn't matter. But if we want to, so the loan deal's out of the question, right? The loan deal's out of the question because Raya's already on loan at Arsenal. So we have to use the cash, of course. Okay, that makes more sense. I don't know. For a second, yeah, I started overthinking. I was thinking of all different scenarios and all that stuff. Don't worry, guys. Don't listen to any word I just said. Basically, right, we can't get him on a loan. That's completely out of the picture. But yeah, we can still pay money for the player. He joined Arsenal in the summer. It's about Raya. And of course, yeah, it would mean we wouldn't get him on loan. So unless Arsenal either terminate Raya's deal or activate his buyback or his buy clause in January, which defeats the purpose of why he originally signed him on a temporary basis, Ed will not be able to welcome to North London on loan. Therefore, in order to acquire the striker, the Gunners will likely need to outbid Chelsea. So once again, we're going to be in a bidding war with Chelsea. In an interview with Betfred, Glenn Johnson insisted that no club should pay more than 80 million for Toney next month. The former Blues defender said it's probably a case that's why we're hoping for opposed to what to actually get for Ivan. Brentford know they're only going to get one chance to sell him. That's a fair point. Yeah, that's a fair point. But yeah, as I said, I've said all I've got to say about Ivan Toney, man. This guy is world class. Honestly, this guy will be both for us. I don't care, people. Yeah, and yeah, I get people saying, you know, he hasn't played in 8 months for whatever. He's gonna be rusty and all that stuff. That's cool. And yeah, it would be a big risk, you know. And yes, it would cost a lot. It would be about 80 million, or probably 100 million. Yeah. And once again, I mean, we're looking at this FFP and all that stuff now. They're watching us. You know, we're on the watch list of financial fair play because of how much he spent in the summer. So I don't picture in my mind we going and splashing 100 mil on Ivan Toney. You know, listen, this guy last season, 20 plus goals for Brentford. Playing for Brentford, by the way. Listen, and with all due respect to Brentford, yeah, I think they got a quality manager. Thomas Frank's a good manager. Yeah, they play some nice style of football as well. You know, but look at the way how my man bagged 20 goals for Brentford. Imagine him. Look at the service he was being received by. I mean, other than Mbeumo, who Brentford actually really got, who's actually, you know, class. Let's be honest with it. Other than Mbeumo, who obviously he linked up really well with, but imagine him at Arsenal. Yeah, he's the main guy. You got the likes of Martinelli on one wing. You got Saka on the other wing. You've got Odegaard providing him. I mean, you can even play two up front if you want to. You can put Jesus next to him as well, providing him service. You know, and not even like imagine Zinchenko, the amount of crosses, or Ben White, the amount of crosses. This guy is so good aerially as well, right? He's a target man as well, right? You know, his hold up play is top notch. Yeah, he never gets. I've never seen this guy get bullied off the ball. Never seen this guy get bullied off the ball, man. Never. Yeah, his hold up play is perfect, and you saw the way how he linked up with Mbeumo last season for Brentford, right? Imagine him with the services, with the players, with the class players that we've got, like Saka, Odegaard, you know, Martinelli, Jesus, all these quality players that we have up front, Trossard, all these players that we have up front, yeah, in our attack. Imagine him around these players, bro. If he scored 20 goals playing for Brentford last season, how many do you think this guy will score for us? If we were to sign him, I honestly think it would be perfect for Arsenal. I've always been a big fan of this guy. Yeah, I've always been a big fan of this guy, and I get it's a risk. It's a risk because this guy's been banned. You know, he's obviously not played football. I know he's been training, but he's not obviously played football for quite a while. Like he hasn't played a competitive match for quite a while. Like it's been, you know, eight months without him playing his last game. And you know, and plus, if we were to sign him in January as well, we will not see him play until the end of January. This could be a Aubameyang part 2. You know, do you remember that transfer window in January when we signed Aubameyang and he couldn't play until like the 30th or whatever it was? This could be the same thing. And look how good Aubameyang was for us. But yeah, I've always been a big fan of Ivan Toney, guys. Always been a big fan of him. But yeah, that is latest news at the moment. It would have to be Arsenal bidding war with Chelsea as well. But man, Moss in the chat as well. Hope you're doing well, Moss. Good to see you. He says Toney and Gimenez, yes, the guy from Feyenoord, Santiago Gimenez, are nice, but paying over odds for risky. I think I agree. Either go huge next summer. Osimhen, who's reportedly signing a new Napoli contract. Yes, we did. I did speak about him. Yeah, and plus Moss, he's got 110 million release clause. So I don't see it happening in January, but definitely in the summer. Go all big, exactly, bro. Go massive, like how we did it with Declan Rice. We splashed 100 million for him. Go massive. Get in Osimhen in the summer. But I do think for the time being, because the summer is when the end of the season. I'll ask you guys this: are you guys confident? Yeah. If we do not sign a striker in January, people, are you guys confident that we will go all the way and win this league title with the likes of Gabriel Jesus and Eddie Nketiah? This is what I'm saying. If Jesus has a poor game, which he did against Aston Villa, right? His replacement is Eddie Nketiah, who for me is not good enough for Arsenal Football Club. And once again, Jesus was injured last season, right? Eddie stepped up for a little bit and then went downhill. This guy's not consistent enough. I said it. So who's confident, people? If we do not sign a striker in January, who's confident that we will actually go all the way and win this league title? Because I'm certainly not. I think it's a main priority to sign a striker. So, you know, Mott says a smaller price for a perfect fit is like Jonathan David. Yes, you're Canadian. Guys, do you think Moss is using his Canadian bias here? Or is Jonathan David actually a good player? No, you know what? No, I'm just kidding. He's a good player. I remember him at Lille. He's sort of gone under the radar. I mean, not many people really hype this guy up anymore, do they? But he's just doing his thing. I mean, I'm going to check him out quickly, man. Jonathan David. Let's have a look. Jonathan. Let's see how good he's been doing for Lille. Because I remember we won this guy years ago. He's currently got 4 goals in the league, and so hold on a minute. Where are Lille struggling though? Let's have a look. League. Where's Lille? No, they're 4th. So he played 15 games. He scored 4 goals. 50 million. I don't know, Moss. I don't know, bro. Maybe we should have got him a few years ago. Moss says Osimhen be like 100. Yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, what if it increases? It'd be mad. Hayes is clinical if we get the right striker to bring him out. Yeah, no, look, I hear that. I think, yeah, get Toney and mate. I would love it seeing us play 2 up front with Ivan Toney and Jesus. Deadly duo that is. That'd be deadly, bro. See, Brentford would ramp up the price big time. Exactly, bro. Exactly. My mind, Jesus and Jonathan David, perfect to go back and forth with. And Eddie, sell Party, sell Sambi, sell Tierney, probably. I mean, agree with sell Eddie, 100% get rid of him. Partey is a very tough one. It's a very tough one with Thomas Partey because this guy is, for me, and I said it before, people said, oh, it's Declan Rice, whoever it's Saka. But when Partey plays for Arsenal, for me, he's Arsenal's most important player. It's just the injuries, bro. It's just the injuries is really frustrating. And we're not going to see this guy for like, not until March, I reckon. Because he's going to the AFCON. So, we all know that there's going to be clubs like, Juventus are going to be in for him. I reckon Saudi will come back in for him as well. For me, it depends how much, we would actually sell him for. Because we bought the guy for 50 million. If you sell him, you have to get a replacement as well. You have to go and get another midfielder in as well. So it's a really tough one, bro. Yeah, give it to Sambi, agreed. Tierney, bring back Tierney. My left back. I really want Tierney back, bro. I really do, to be honest. We'll have to pay them for January and then could do a new Toney loan. But obviously, Brentford want more and more money. Of course they do. But believe me, Jonathan David isn't the guy. The Iceman could come in and deliver goals. You need a prolific striker, strong, fast, and aggressive. 100% agreed there. Hasn't played in a long time. Look, I do hear it, which is why it's a big risk. It is a massive risk. But sometimes you got to take these risks in football, bro. And for me, if you talk to me about striker, Ivan Toney is a guy. But I do agree. I do think there's other alternatives out there. I do think, Osimhen's the big alternative. But if you can't get Osimhen, they're the more big signings, But yeah, the guy you said, Alf, the Stuttgart guy, I'm really liking the sound of that guy. I looked at his stats, 16 goals in Bundesliga this season. Yeah, looking very, very good. So there's plenty of strikers out there, There's so many who we've just named as well. So many we can go and get. Osimhen, the true ninja striker with the mask. Yeah, bro. He's bad man, isn't he, with that mask? Yeah, exactly. Go. It has to be Highland Rice. Yeah. Let Chelsea get Toney because it seems to me Toney will love to go. That's a quality comment. Love that. That's a quality comment. Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. Which is why we need to be. This is a big window coming up, Alf. And until no further punishment, I hear. Yeah. Oh yeah. With him speaking out and all that stuff. Yeah, that's all good. Big up Ronnie in the chat. We're doing well, Ronnie. Good to see you. Jensen not bad, but imagine him with exactly, bro. Exactly. We can't send a midfielder. No, we won't. It's what it is, isn't it? Yeah, it is up to him as well. It's up to Ivan Toney. But you know what he said? Like he obviously said that I mean, I know it's just waffle, but He said it in his work. He said it in the podcast I watched. Like he likes Arsenal. He likes the way how he play. He loved the club when growing up. He loved the players. So people tell. Well, apparently he's a Liverpool fan anyway. But yeah, I want to see DM, but we need the defender too. Exactly, mate. We need so many positions, bro. We need so many. Like if we really deep this right now, yeah. Defensively, I agree. Another defender. We need another defender. Midfield, we desperately need a midfielder. Partey's gone AFCON. El Nenny's gone AFCON. Jorginho can now talk to clubs in January because his contract was 6 months left remaining. That means Jorginho could actually leave in January as well. So we're going to have Havertz and Declan Rice as our only two midfielders. There's no one else. I mean, Smith Rowe and Odegaard are more attacking midfielders. They can't play, more deep like Declan Rice has, and likes of Jorginho and all that stuff. So we desperately need a midfielder in January, a striker, a backup winner for Saka as well. This is mad. It's mad. What if Ramsdale goes in January as well? We're gonna need a goalkeeper, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. I mean, I can see this realistic. Cool, you Jonathan Davis agent. That's quality. That is quality. We can't win the league, and he does not have the eye for goals. Agreed with you there, Jonathan David. Yeah, I do agree. I'm sorry, Moss. I'm sorry, but I don't. But let's see. Let's hear Moss out. He says David both-footed, best pressing defender from the centre forward, just like Jesus, more clinical and can score pens with both feet. David has all scored in the conference too, and his record pace of Canada as well. Wait, so he's absolutely rapid then as well. I mean, look, Moss is backing his boy, bro. Moss is backing his boy, Jonathan Davids. Well, we have to wait and see. Bro. Yeah, the Stuttgart striker. I'm going to keep saying he's the Stuttgart. I'm going to have to keep saying the Stuttgart striker. So I do not know how you pronounce the guy's name. He's first or second name, to be honest, but it's a perfect guy for us to win the league. Jesus is a number 10. David Durable and the Haitian Canadian Pele. Wait, is that what he's called? Is that his nickname? Wow, that's quality. Same age as our young stars too. Wow. No, I remember we were linked with him 2 years ago, man, and I honestly thought we would. So I think it was when we were trying to get. I can't remember when it was. I think it was. When was it, man? It was like 2 years ago that we really wanted to sign Jonathan David. And the deal fell through. I can't remember when it was. I also have the squad that can go very far if we get the right striker and a midfielder. 100% agreed. Good on you, Josh. Jorginho says he wants to say that he wants to. Jorginho says he wants to say that we have a special unit. If someone wants to pay for Partey, good. We need to go for it and get a CDM in. Exactly. Yeah, we need good money for Partey, and also we need a better replacement, or even equal to Partey or better replacement than Partey. Because look, I mean, if we talk about Partey leaving, go and get Tchouaméni from Real Madrid. If you can't go and get Zubamendi from Real Sociedad. There's midfielders out there, who will come in, and we need that replacement for Thomas Partey. We really do. Big up Jordan as always, man. We definitely need a winner. Agreed. Definitely to back up Saka as well. 100%. Record goal scoring for Canada. Oh, Buchanan 24. He's at Club Brugge and Man City want him now, not just in the Milan. AC Milan or want Jonathan David. Wow. Eddie wanted David, not sure. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, cheers that, man. So yeah, it was Eddie wanted David, but I don't think Arteta did. Yeah, all right. Let's talk about this guy then. Let's talk about this is Al's man, guys. Yeah, this is the guy who he wants Arsenal to sign. Right, I'm going to search his name up, yeah, and we're going to look at the latest news surrounding this guy. We're going to look at the latest news surrounding this guy, right? So, I'm going to quick. So, what's his name? Can you put his name in? So, is it Sarah, whatever his name is? Yeah, here we go. Gurasi. Right, I found him, people. This is a guy who has got mad. Right, I'm going to search him up on FootMob, I think, as well. We'll do it on FootMob because why not? It's more detailed on FootMob. Right. Bear me 1 second, people. I'm going to quickly search his name up. Because I have heard we have been linked with him as well. Bruv, what is going on here? All right, here he is. All right, from Stuttgart, he is. All right, we're going to talk about this guy. He's 27 though, by the way. I thought he's a lot younger than 27. Let's talk about this guy. All right, let me share this, guys. Here we go. So, this guy been on an absolute fire this season. 27 years of age from Guinea. He's currently valued at 41 million. So, yeah, it would be a reasonable price tag if that's his current value. I mean, we can obviously get that down to probably like 35, hopefully. That's euros as well. So, maybe like 30 million we can get this guy for. He's number 9 striker, as we know. If we take a look, these are the stats this season. So, he scored 16 goals. He started 10 games, by the way. My bro started 10 games. And I get it's a Bundesliga, right? I get all that stuff, cool. Right? But he started 10 games this season. He's back 16 goals and got 1 assist. He's only played 876 minutes. And let's go to his this bit of reads. This is compared to all the other forwards as well. He's 90% shot attempt, 100% goals percentage, right? And defensively, I mean, it doesn't look like he defends that much. I mean, that's decent. 67% aerial duels as well. 89% chances created. And then has quite a few touches and 70%. That is a decent, stat there, to be honest. So, yeah, I can see why our fans are a big fan of this guy. So, let's look at his career because what did he actually play for? He started at Lille. Oh, no, he started at Laval and Lille. Then Cologne. Did he play against us in Europa League? I swear, this is where I recognize the name from somewhere, yeah. And I swear, this guy played for us in Europa League against us when we beat them 3-1 when we had Arsene Wenger, if you guys remember. That's where I recognize the name from, man. At Rennes as well. Did he play against us when we had Emery as well for Rennes? And then obviously now he's at Stuttgart. So yeah, I mean, I can see why people are big fans of this guy. But yeah. No, but Alf, do you not think, right? We get this guy in, then we have Jesus. You can play 2 up front. You can play him and Jesus next to each other. Yes, Jordan, big up to you, man. I like Ademi and Openda at Leipzig, and Solo has made Stuttgart awesome. Yeah, they're 3rd in the league as well. He's a late bloomer, maybe can get a good deal. Yeah. That's waiting to see. But yeah, Ademi's been having a great season with Dortmund. Openda has been. I mean, I remember he played against. I watched him against Man City, and he scored twice, and he looks very, very good. Openda, guy on a national team. Galicia has listed Stuttgart, and they're literally 3rd, bro. They're literally 1 point off of Bayern Munich. Yes, this is a guy. No, this is a guy. Yeah, who has to be our winner for Saka. Exactly. Agreed. Bakayoko, bro, was on smoke against us. I felt bad for Kivior, yeah, because he's not a left back Kivior, but he got rinsed by this Bakayoko guy. Let's talk about this Bakayoko guy then, yeah, guys. Let's talk about this Bakayoko guy. Right. What's his first name? Does anyone know his first name? Is it? Yeah, I think it's Joanne, isn't it? Yes, this guy here. This is a guy. He's 20 years of age. Wonder kid. This is a guy who should be our backup for Saka. Yeah, this guy has to be our backup for Saka. I watched this guy against us was superb, right? He's currently valued at 30 million as well. 30 million this guy's valued at. He could, his main position the right one, so it'd be perfect for obviously Saka, right? People look at his stats and be like, look, man, this guy's a playmaker. Look at him, 8 assists this season. 3 goals, cool. He's played 30 matches, cool, right? But this is why stats don't tell a full picture. We've got eyes, people. I'm sure we saw this guy against us, right? I'm sure we saw this guy against us when he was absolutely superb. These are compared to a few other. Look at this. He's in the top 5% of the top winners in terms of chances created with 95%. He's in pretty much the top 5% of winners when it comes to touches. He's around the top 10% when it comes to shots, amount of shots. You know, goals 48%, defensive. You know, I mean, it looks like he tracks back considering to this, and aerial duels. He's not that great. Yeah, but look, there's the stats. Yeah, people can look at the stats, all that stuff. Yeah, but listen, this guy against us, I'm so impressed with this guy. Yeah, bro, he rinsed us. He absolutely rinsed us this game. When we played them away from home. So yeah, he's 20 years of age. This guy would be perfect for Saka. Absolutely perfect for Saka. To sort of be like the backup for him. So 30 million as well. That's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer for me. So yeah, this is a player who I think we should definitely be looking at, guys. When it comes to the January window, I reckon we could get him in January as well. Anyway, I've got to bounce, people, because I've got football training right now. I've got to go football. I've got to leave at 5:30, so I've got to get ready for football training. I appreciate everyone tuning in today. Really do appreciate you guys' support. Let me go through you guys' final comments. Big up my man, Geordie, bro. I feel, yeah, hello, man. I feel your pain, bro. I do feel bad for Newcastle. Listen, the point is, you lot were robbed. I don't care. Against PSG, if that handball never happened, yeah, which was never a handball, right away, that handball never happened. You guys would have gone well. You guys would have finished joint seconds, something like that. You probably would have gone through, right? Yeah, you would have. You would have gone through. That handball's cost you. That whole decision's cost you. Because you guys, I thought, did the double. You know, you guys did double with PSG. Well, you didn't do double. I mean, you beat them 4-1. You bat them 4-1, right? And then you beat them. And then obviously you should have beaten 1-0, but you obviously drew 1-1 with them because of a horrendous decision. And obviously against AC Milan, you went to the San Siro and you drew 0-0, and it's just obviously when you got to the last game, you lost, and obviously Dortmund you lost as well. But yeah, you'll go again, Geordie, bro. You'll go again. You'll go again. 40 million euros says for Gurasi, 12 caps, 3 goals, 60 million euros. Jonathan David. Is this for the country, you mean? Yeah, you're talking about the international, yeah? Goals for Canada. 45 back, 26 goals, mate. He's balling for you lot, isn't he? He's balling for you lot, bro. Yeah, he's going to be 24 in January. Jonathan David is. Bakio been killing it. Everyone in PSG. PSG have played 15 games and won all 15. He's so dangerous. Agreed, Moss. 100% agreed. So we'll suit Arsenal. Go Holbridge. Yes, Moss. Come on, the Holbridge, bro. Big up Holbridge, man. Come on. Fourth place Newcastle United bringing Premier League down. Yeah, I heard about that because they both finished fourth place, which means they dropped down to no, yeah. It means like so they're all ranked with the points. Yeah, I think it's somehow it's Bundesliga. They're top right now to get the fifth place spot for next season Champions League. Bundesliga are top. Then it's I think it's like La Liga, and then it's the Italian league, and then it's Premier League. Premier League's like fourth or third now because it's based on that, isn't it? It's mad. Moss says Bakayoko is actually incredible. He's so aggressive, so good going forward. Yeah, yeah, agreed. You know, I think we all saw him when he played against us. For PSV. Jonathan David isn't that good. No, it's. I agree. I don't rate. Well, I think there's players better than Jonathan David, but it's just it's Moss using his Canada bias, bro. Look, he's using his Canada bias, but no, I don't watch Lille, so we have to listen to a fellow Canadian here of Jonathan David. Yeah, this guy watches Jonathan David more than we do. I don't know. So yeah, I do watch some of German football. I do know some of the players. I mean, who did I watch a few weeks ago? I watched Leverkusen play a few weeks ago, just to see how well they're doing. And Xabi Alonso's doing a great job. Yeah, their win backs are on smoke. Their win backs. We should have signed one of their win backs. Yeah, you got Jeremy Frimpong, who's been on smoke. He's got about 8 goals this season. He scored about 8 goals last season. I'm not even joking. You got Gamardo, the Benfica left back as well, who's now playing for Leverkusen. They've been superb this season for Leverkusen, right? And obviously the midfield they've got likes of Florian Wirtz, who's on a great season as well. He's another wonder kid. They've got Victor Boniface up front as well. He's been on fire as well, man. He's another striker. And you know, another striker, Victor Boniface. Literally the Osimhen regen. I remember this guy talking about Victor Boniface when he's at the team Liverpool playing tonight, Union St. Galluja, wherever they were, and he was on fire then. So yeah, Leverkusen are on fire as well, man. Reyes needs a Canadian to make it work. The Canadian Lacasse have been helping Arsenal lasses. Yes, of course she has. Of course she has. Jonathan David cannot even score against USA national football team. Oh, he has apparently. There we go. Lem is a player that Arsenal need to get ASAP. We're qualifying and you'll beat USA and you'll beat Mexico. We're going. Yeah, you guys are playing in a minute. You know, yeah, agreed, bro. Agreed. Which is why I think Toney would be perfect because he is. Do you not think Toney's how do you say the word prolific? Because I think he is. Because I don't think Toney's not like Jesus. I don't think he's similar to Jesus. I think Toney is a clinical goal scorer. We need a manager for the fastest ballers in the world. Canada, mate. Big up Canada. Moss, what happened with Canada in the World Cup, man? Because I remember watching your first game against Belgium, yeah? You guys played really well. I remember that Buchanan guy. He was on smoke for you lot. You guys were superb against Belgium, yeah? You somehow lost 1-0. I was like, how the hell did they lose that game? Then the game against Croatia, man. Going 1-0 up as well from Alphonso Davies. And then, you know, obviously, you guys capitulated. And then, obviously, the last game against Morocco was a bit unfortunate for you guys, man. But big up for making the World Cup in Qatar. Jesus and David would make us always step on the gas and not change our game and way of play. I look at it that way. Toney is prolific. He hasn't played for 8 months. Yeah, no, look, I hear it. Yeah, I hear it. All right, but then what about if you don't get Toney? What about Osimhen? Because I someone who I think is prolific. But it's Osimhen. But again, price tag and all that stuff. But yeah, guys, I really have to get out of here, guys. I've got to get football training, people. I've got to get to football training. Big up everyone, man. Big up everyone. But yeah, let me quickly read this final comment from Moss. Jesus, that's deep, bro. It's all came out now. We were crushing Belgium. Yeah, they're ranked number 1 in the world, weren't they, as well? We could have been... Oh, shit, I forgot about Mbappe. Yeah, you're right. Big up to you. Yeah, you're right. Mbappe, guys. What's the latest on Mbappe news? Oh, bro, I literally was about... let me find it for you lot. You know what? I'll quickly do it. I've literally got bounced, but I'll quickly do it. Mbappe, let me quickly find it. I'll give you the latest on Mbappe. Where the hell is it? Mate, I've literally lost the article, bro. I've literally lost the article. Yeah, sorry about that, bro. Sorry about that. But yeah, let me go back to this comment. We could have been the Morocco, but Escu Julio. I forgot how to pronounce the guy's name. FC Porto. Go full power, Josh. I was a centre back too, but always could find a goal too. Yes, bro. Big up yourself, Moss. Legend. All right, guys. I'm getting out of here. Take care, everyone. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for another live stream. We're going to have the Arsenal Brighton preview tomorrow. Stay tuned for that, guys. Thanks for tuned in. Absolute legends in the chat as always. Big up to Moss. Big up to my man Alf as always. Great talking Arsenal with you, bro. Big up Moss as well. Legend. Jordan, Cranberry as well. Thank you for tuning in. Good to see you. Everyone else in the chat as well, tuning in before. I'm sorry if I missed you guys. But yeah, we're getting out of it, people. My man Glenn's in here as well. Legends. Mikel has dropped of all charges. There we go. Good news there for Arsenal fans. It's good to watch other leagues. We'll see a lot and the player that are good. I agreed 100%. Take care to you as well, Moss, bro. Appreciate you always tuning in, bro. And yeah, we're getting out of it, people. Take care. Ciao, people. Come on, the Gunners as always. We're out.